Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back for another live stream, and today I've got another Amazon package to open. So we'll see what's inside when we get to that. And also, just so before I forget, I will, for those who want to join in the video chat, I'll send you a link for you in the via Instagram. So just letting you know, not been doing too shabby. Just been trying to focus on getting some reviews out. Like for example, I do have a review coming out soon on the figure that I unboxed last time on the last live stream, which was the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Ratchet. This guy's review will be going up hopefully by tomorrow morning, so shouldn't be waiting too long for this guy. I had to burp for a second, didn't want to do that into the camera. Yeah, let me just take care of that. Let me send that link to the Instagram. I like brain fart for a second. How are you doing, Allspark Studios? Wait, what the heck is this? Oh, there it is. Alrighty. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So anyway, it left the Jaws Prime production. Joe and Michelle Firewall. Hello, everybody. There's a lot of people in this live stream. There hasn't been a lot of people in the past couple live streams. For some reason, it was only Firewall, and one or two other people would join in, but they'd only join in for like 5 minutes. So it's nice to see that there's more people joining in this time. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Like I mentioned earlier, I should have a new review coming out on this guy by tomorrow morning. So expect this guy's review to go out. I also uploaded this morning my review on the Marvel Legends Surtur. I worked really hard on that one, including the thumbnail for it. Really proud of that thumbnail. Yeah, I like this figure. He's pretty well done. Another figure I also got recently that I also showed off in the live stream. He's over here behind the camera. I also got the Diamond Select Toys Gandalf from that one Lord of the Rings line of figures that Diamond Select does. So, you shall not pass! Looks pretty good. So yeah, that is some of the updates I've got for what I've been getting over the past couple of days. What was another live stream unboxing? I got that one Marvel Legends comic book Doctor Strange. Is Surtur's sword that sharp? Yes, it cut right into the review station. Actually have him right here. His sword isn't actually like really sharp. It's just pretty pointy. Someone could definitely poke their eye out with this. And what happened was I dropped the figure while I was trying to pose him, and he fell over, and it went and like the sword like flipped up and under the paper, and it cut right into it. So it's not just the sword, but also the weight of this figure pushing the sword into the papers what also kind of tore it as well. But sugar drunk. Fascinating. So yeah, I have been pretty busy. I've been organizing my shelves recently. You can see Coronation Star Scream right over there. Sup? Some people complain that he's not tall enough. His leg should be 6 inch long to be in scale. Actually, his leg is 6 inches. His legs are 6 inches long, actually. When I did the size comparisons, I compared it with the Doctor Strange. This Doctor Strange is exactly 6 inches tall. And from foot to head, from the top of the head to the bottom, it is exactly 6 inches. Maybe a tiny bit than some, or maybe it's the angle I'm looking at it. But the foot to the hip joint is 6 inches tall. If this guy was to be any bigger, I would say he would kind of be as big as that one Amazon exclusive Sentinel that came out a little while ago. That was like this tall. For Surtur, like it was like about this tall compared to Surtur, I think. But I really like him. He's my biggest Marvel Legends figure in the collection, and I'm very happy with him. I actually got this guy off of GameStop.com for a discount because there was some post-Christmas sale thing going on, and I had a GameStop gift card, and I found this guy for like $35. I want to say it was like 30 something, and I used my gift card, and I only ended up spending like 27 on him. So I did not spend a lot of money on this Surtur. This Surtur goes for like what, 50, 60. So yeah, I literally could use this as an actual sword. I could literally use this as an actual blade for myself. Yeah. I am like a bantha. I really am happy with this helmet. I've been wearing it a little too much. Probably going to do a live stream on my Instagram. Want to see Megatron hold that sword. Megatron. Which Megatron? Which Megatron? Because I've got multiple Megatrons. Got the Siege Megatron. I got the Bayformers Megatron. We've got Galvatron over there. What are the Megatron? Oh yeah, I got the Core Class Megatron. Which Megatron do you want to see hold this? Have you seen anyone trying to shave some of the shoulder sculpt so Surtur can actually T-pose? Plus, has any of his joints loosened up? Yeah. His knee joint is still tight, but not to the point where I feel like I'm going to break it. Like, it just feels tight. Just not to the point where I'm going to break it. Just as long as I pose it nice, slow, and smooth. Like, as long as I don't, try to brute force it so hard, it should be fine. Siege Megatron? Maybe. I could try to get Siege Megatron to hold the sword. The problem is I think this sword peg is a little bit too big for it to fit in his hand, so I'd have to kind of cheese it a little bit, but I might try to shave some of the plastic off of his shoulder, but I don't know. I like how Surtur looks as he is, so I'm probably just going to not bother, but none of his joints feel loose. None of his joints have loosened up. The only thing that has loosened up is this side to side at the head feels just a tad bit loose, but that's not that big a deal. I currently have Siege Megatron posed up, sitting on the. I had him posed up, sitting on Starscream's purple throne. Let's see. Yeah, the sword's too big. As you can see, there's the 5mm hole. This sword is too big to fit in the 5mm port, so just cheesing it a little bit. I did it. Just kind of cheesing it a little bit. I can't actually make him hold it because the pegs in his hands are not big enough, and sadly he doesn't have opening hands, so he can't grasp anything either. I'll try to think of another person to have hold it. I had Doom Guy hold it in that Doomslayer McFarlane Toys Doomslayers review. I had Doom Guy holding this as like a crucible. Cybertronian Starscream can hold the sword. Or Coronation Starscream. Coronation Starscream could do it because he's got the opening and closing hands. Let's try that. Give me a second. Starscream's hands are a little bit small, but I don't think that should stop me from trying to make him hold this. Frick. Come on, almost had it. We almost had it. There we go. That works.
Who disrupts my coronation?
If you disrupt his coronation, he'll get mad. I still need to review this Coronation Starscream. I still need to review this guy. I would have reviewed him forever ago, but I had to delay him because of another review, and then I just got really busy and just never had the time to review this guy because he's also a bigger, well, not a bigger figure, but he's more substantial because he has so much stuff to cover. He has so many like accessories and crap. So it's like it would be one of those reviews that kind of takes a little bit. That is not bad comedy. How much do SH Figure Arts go in my area? That one Naruto SH Figure Arts figure I told you about that I saw at GameStop, they were selling it for like 55, 60, I think. It was like 55, 60. Yeah, I think it was like 55. But yeah, that's how much they go for in my area. And then that one Vegeta SH Figure Arts from Dragon Ball that I saw at Target, it was like 39. It was $40. $39.99, aka 40. Join my channel. I make quick reviews. Nice. I can see quick reviews being a popular thing. It's just for me personally, I like to go like fully in depth. Like I like to go in depth, show you like a bunch of the mechanical details and all the like little nooks and crannies and like some of the storage and stuff like that. Like I really like to go full on in depth to be both. I want to be both entertaining and also informative when it comes to reviews. $40 for an SH Figure Arts. Yeah, not bad. The only thing is that Vegeta SH Figure Arts did not come with like any accessories, where the Naruto one did. The only thing that the Vegeta came with was the one with the glowing yellow hair. Again, I could be making it wrong if it's Vegeta. It's just I'm 90% sure it was Vegeta. I could be wrong because I've never watched Dragon Ball. But point is, like it was the version where he had his hair was bright yellow, and he didn't really come with anything except like a power blast for his arm or something like that. It was like some blast effect. Enough storage space. Yeah, I can relate. Not enough storage space. The problem with me is, yeah, storage space has always been a problem. Oh, by the way, I'm actually going to try opening this package with Surtur's sword, by the way. We'll see if I'm pretty sure it'll work. Are you interested in anything from the Lightning Collection? Not really. on like being completely honest, I'm not that big into Power Rangers. I've never really been that big into Power Rangers. I mostly watched Power Rangers because the Megazords, because when I was a kid, the three biggest things that I loved the most had to have been robots, like just Transformers, robots, trains, and Spider-Man. Well, Star Wars too, but that was like my main thing I was into as a kid, was like Spider-Man, Star Wars, big robots, and trains. And so my interest in Transformers and big robots got me into Transformers, the Iron Giant, and a bunch of big Power Rangers Samurai. Those are, I will admit, the Lightning Collection are good looking figures, and I have been tempted once or twice to get them when they were on clearance, but the only time I've actually bought a Lightning Collection figure was I bought the Red Ranger based on from the original Power Rangers, and I gave it to my friend who is a huge Power Rangers fan, and I gave it to him as a birthday gift. So I want a Super Train Megazord. Well, I'm not really that big into trains now. I still think they're fascinating, just not as much as when I was a kid. But a Megazord would out of all the Megazords that exist, I would either want to get a Lightning Collection action figure of either. Honestly, any of the Megazords would be cool, but the thing is, since I'm not that big of a fan, I'm not willing to pay for it. Like I'm not willing to pay a blank amount of money for a Lightning Collection figure. It would have to be like on clearance. Like for example, I need to re-review this guy, but back there by that big Lego head back there behind me with the swords pointing, I have a Mattel Amber Collection Velociraptor. And I really like Jurassic Park and I like dinosaurs, but the only reason I bought that figure, because those are like $30. Each of those raptors are like $30 each. I found that raptor at Target. It was the last one left, and they had it on clearance for $8. Yeah, for sure I'm buying it. But yeah, Hasbro made a Megazord, but it's around $100. Yeah, no. I know there's some other Megazord line that's like $50. It was something in the Lightning Collection that they just did recently. It was like they're like $50. Well, anyway, I'd be willing to get like at least one Megazord from Power Rangers, but I would have to get it on like deep clearance for free as a promotional thing, or because I think the Megazords and big robots are cool, and the Power Rangers themselves are all right, but I'm just not that I'm not that dedicated of a fan as a lot of other people are. You have Amber Collection figures? Well, I just have the one Amber Collection, just the one Velociraptor. I think it was Echo, the Velociraptor Echo. I've also got the Ghostbusters Plasma Series Winston, McFarlane Toys Batman, Doomslayer, Diamond Select Toys Gandalf, Iron Giant, and Taskmaster. Trying to think of other figures from different companies. I have Masterpiece Optimus Prime, Power Rangers Samurai and their swords. The Samurai designs do look pretty good. And the Megazords... See, here's the thing. All the original Megazords from like the early to mid 2000s, kind of late 90s, those Megazords were all really cool. But as the years kind of went on, every Megazord that has come out since has become more and more like generic looking. Like, it's hard to describe. it just feels like they just mishmash parts from other Megazords and just put them together instead of coming up with an original design. Or Power Rangers has gone on for way too long. No, I don't actually mean that. But like my point is the Megazords, I feel like, just keep getting repeated designs. Transformers does it sometimes. Transformers will do it sometimes. They'll repeat certain design cues and they do get tiring after a while. Like Seekers. The main Seekers, at least in my opinion, is Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and then Acid Storm, and maybe Sunstorm, but like Ion Storm, Red Wing, and whoever else they come up with for the Seekers. Like it's too much. Like there's a certain point when Seekers are not interesting anymore. Like yes, I still love Transformers a lot, but like it's Seekers. It's the same thing, just in different colors. But anyway, became generic mostly when Hasbro bought the franchise back in 2016. Yeah, 2016. That was about when it started getting very, like, the Megazords just looked very generic and like they didn't seem all that unique anymore. Which is a shame because the CGI that they have and the CGI and technology they have nowadays is like amazing compared to what the Power Rangers stuff in the past would have had. But anyway, it's been 20 minutes. Let's get right on into opening up this box. Does anyone have any guesses as to what is in this Amazon box? I keep burping, and I'm trying not to do it into the camera because it sounds gross. Yeah, does anyone have any guesses as to what's in here? I'm going to try opening it with Surtur's sword. I'm cutting the tape with Surtur's sword. I did it. I cut open the box with Surtur's sword. So to give you guys a clue for future reference, and this is about all live streams, if you notice in the live stream when I opened this guy, it said in the title Marvel unboxing stream. So like it's a Marvel thing inside. In this title and in other titles it says Transformers unboxing stream. So just FYI, this is a Transformers item. So yeah, I actually cut it with Surtur's sword. You guys saw it live. Think about how lucky you are. Whoa. That is very slick looking. Ooh, dang. That is very slick. Hopefully I didn't dox myself. I can just go back and blur it if that happened, but this is the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Wheeljack from the Bumblebee movie. You can go right with my ratchet. Yes. The box came out really good. Like mint in box, like really nice packaging. Because the ratchet, when that came in, the box was a little bit dented, but this came in pristine condition. Let's see if I can cut I'm not going to cut the twisty ties, but let me see if I can cut the tape with this at least. Just have this entire unboxing stream be with Surtur's sword. Nice. Put that over there. The only thing that's a little bit boring, but I understand why Hasbro did it. Each character from the Transformers Studio series comes with the exact same gun, but it has different, like, molded, like, stuff on it. It's weird. It's weird. There's Wheeljack. Look at that. That looks nice. Just gonna use the scissors for this. I don't think Surtur can actually cut the twisty ties. So yeah, my review on Ratchet will be coming out tomorrow, and I'm gonna be working on this guy next for a review, just because I don't want to be late to the game when it comes to reviewing these guys. Oh, I didn't even need to cut that. Because when you're too late to the game, it just doesn't gain as many views as it normally would. But the other part is not just when you get the figure, but what also matters is how you review the figure. So your thumbnail and like the way how you say things and like, you know, kind of like stuff as you as a YouTuber. That is really strange. That's really strange. Oof. It's like a weird ball joint. He has a ball joint at the head, and it's just a tad too tight. But he looks good. He's got like both a mouth plate and an actual mouth at the same time. That's like both weird and cool. He has little wings. He's got the forearms. He is a slightly smaller deluxe, but I don't think that's too big a problem. So ball joint at the head. Shoulders can rotate. Hinge up and down. These flap. Bicep swivel. Whoa, double jointed elbows. Nice. No wrist swivel. Dang it. Waist swivel at least. That's good. Hips can kick forward a lot. Back that far. Outward. All right. Moderately. High swivel. Nice bend at the knee. Ankles can move back up and down and tight ankle pivot. Nice. And then he's got his blaster. Not Autobot blaster, like an actual blaster. And bam, there we go. That's a very tight fit. Yeah, there we go. Wheeljack. Do I have red knockout? The Primal and Prime that is supposedly from Rise of the Beast? Yes, I did. Core Class Shockwave and Ravage and nothing else. I just barely reviewed Core Class Shockwave and Ravage just before I reviewed them as well, just before the Surtur, so be sure to check out that if you want to get my opinion on those. Yeah, Wheeljack is pretty dang good, we'll say. Also, his vehicle mode is the one that looks the best. I really wanted to know what this guy's vehicle mode looks like in person. But, yeah, I can't really complain about him all that much. I mean, it looks like Wheeljack in a good live action form. Like there's nothing new to add to the conversation about this figure. This figure has its praises sung to the roof about just how good it is. The only thing, if I had to get a nitpick, I'd say the ball joint at the head is a little too tight. And then I guess if I was really, really nitpicking, I would probably say like give him like butterfly joints, but that's just or even wrist swivel, but that's like very minor critiques. Like, yeah, he's just a deluxe class, but still though. And then he can, in fact, store his gun on his back, just like that. Obviously, I'll save most of this stuff for his review, but this is my first time handling this figure, and I tried to avoid most of the reviews. I still watch some reviews on these guys, but I tried to avoid most of them. But weren't all the Autobots using the same blaster in the movie? Yeah, I did notice the feet are clear plastic. I did notice that, but they look pretty sturdy because there's a lot of waffling in there, so they're not very hollow. Like, they're hollow, but they're not like completely empty hollow, because they still got a lot of waffling and like extra interior in there, so they should be pretty sturdy, I would say. For me, I would mostly focus on the wheels, because the wheels, I feel like, could have the tendency to break. And then, but yeah, the Autobots all do use the same blaster, or at least what looks like the same blaster, because here is Ratchet's gun, here is Wheeljack's gun. There are very subtle differences, and also Ratchet's is bigger. Wheeljack's is slightly smaller. Like, they share the same like molding, but like they're two different guns, even though they look almost exactly the same. Like, it's weird, but Ratchet does have a different gun than Wheeljack does. Just to make that clear. And then Brawn, I think, also comes with the same gun, but it's also slightly retooled as well. So, yeah. Basically, yeah, they all share the same gun. But anyway, let's get out those instructions. No, I don't want that stupid piece of paper. Studio Series number 81, Wheeljack. Yep. There's that. All right. Getting into transforming Wheeljack. Most of this I'll probably figure out on my own, but the instructions are a nice reference because I don't want to get anything wrong here. This untabs. Okay, I see it now. These shoulders. I can see how this part of the instructions could be confusing, so I'll be sure to go over this step when I do my video. Oh, crap. Get back here. That panel flew clear off, but it was my fault, not Wheeljack's. That was my fault. It's kind of weird. It's weird that you have to like rotate his head in that specific orientation just to get it to fit. So these do in fact tab together. That's what I thought. Just had to get that out of the way first. There we go. Alrighty then. Let's look at the chat. What do we got? Core Class Iguanus is out in the US. I'll keep an eye out for Iguanus. Apparently, blue streak, silver streak is going to be a buzzworthy. Yes, I did see that leaked image of that as well. I did notice those. The iguanas, I'll definitely keep my eyes out for iguanas. And then I did hear about that silver streak, blue streak, silver streak figure. How does this work? Oh, this flips over. Okay. This is really confusing, actually. Oh, wait, that makes more sense. Okay. I think I'm getting it now. Yep, that goes there. Figured that out. And I got that part right, too. Nice. Smart. Sorry, technical difficulties. But yeah, almost got it. Optimus Prime. That's not a Cybertronian. Wheeljack definitely has the best alt mode out of the Bumblebee movie figures, besides Optimus. But again, that is a Earth mode, not a Cybertronian mode. But yeah, Wheeljack, in my opinion, seems to have the best of the vehicle modes of all the Cybertronian Bumblebee movie figures. Because the Bumblebee and the Cliff Jumper, that one was all right. I mean, it looked accurate to the movie and all that, but it was very fiddly and very shell former like kind of based, and I didn't like how it really. I didn't really like how it turned out. So like, I'm kind of glad that they got the. So I like how the other one turned out more. These will bend in right there, but I have to get this part open first. See, I'm figuring it out without the freaking instructions. That's just because I'm good. I'm really good at Transformers. I'm a professional. That is sleek. Dang. Do these tap into anything? No, I guess not. Guess that just kind of sits in there. Dang. But bam! That is a very nice looking Cybertronian car. Apparently blue streak, Wheeljack. Do they sell Figmas at Target, Walmart, GameStop? I haven't seen Figmas at any of those places. except for GameStop. I did see one Overwatch Figma at GameStop. It was a Figma of I saw a Figma of Reaper, a Figma of Tracer, and a Figma of some character I've not seen before. But he was from Overwatch. I do know that. But yeah, but that was like a very rare occasion. I never see Figmas in person. So yeah, there's Wheeljack. One thing I am noticing here, he's got no weapon storage, unlike... Oh, wait, hang on. Never mind. There is weapon storage. Found the weapon storage. And again, just like Ratchet, that actually doesn't look bad at all. Like normally when the weapon just gets tacked onto the top of the vehicle, it looks very out of place, but actually this doesn't look very out of place, actually. It actually looks really good. That's cool. That's cool. And then obviously Ratchet, but yeah, Wheeljack. Very nice figure, very sleek. Now the only Bumblebee Movie Deluxe that I'll need left is Brawn. I'll keep my eyes peeled. I'm probably not going to get him on Amazon because his price just barely went up from $20 to $35, and I'm not paying that for Brawn. How much for the Figma? Well, the character I didn't know about, like the character I didn't know, that Figma was on clearance, and it was like for $40-$50, like $40. And then the Reaper and Tracer, those were like $70 each. B127 retool? Nah, I'm not seeing it. I do see some. I am seeing, comparing him to B127, I am seeing some subtle engineering, like some engineering similarities. But the only similarity he shares is the transformation of the feet and this top hood piece, which clamps down. But other than that, I don't see anything else that resembles B127. There is nothing here that is retooled or reused. They just have like some very, very similar, just some similar design cues for the transformation. But other than that, there isn't really anything here. Yeah, that's cool. I really like Wheeljack. That's a nice figure. I'm really excited for the Brawn. I really want to get Brawn if I can get him for a good price. But because the Brawn has I've never owned a Brawn figure, so it's like I'm also kind of excited the most about Brawn because Brawn is my most it's going to be the first time I'll ever have a Brawn figure. So yeah, he's pretty compact. He really compacts well into his vehicle mode. Yeah, very nice little Wheeljack. B127 is over there on the shelf. But yeah, this guy will go definitely go very well with Ratchet on the shelf. Also, I like how Wheeljack has that almost creamy bone white, not a pure white. It definitely makes him look a lot different than Ratchet here. Like, it's a good design choice because it makes him look different. It's the same white plastic as the Earthrise Wheeljack. It's that kind of plastic. Also, I like how much paint and deco there is on him compared to some of the other figures. Like, I like how Wheeljack has just so much, like, detail and paint just put into him. Like, that's really cool. Also, since his blaster is smaller, and the port, I noticed, is also slightly smaller than Ratchet's, that's giving me an idea. Aha! There you are. Marvel Legends Blast Effect. Wheeljack. Wheeljack's gun can take the blue Iron Man blast effect. Check that out. That's not a bad look at all. Look at that. Get some more light on him. There we go. That's nice. So yeah, this guy can take the Marvel Legends blast effects. That's nice. And it's a pretty nice fit. Like, it's not like a loose fit. It's almost like this was made for these, which is funny because these are made by Hasbro. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Definitely save that for later. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to kind of run out of things to say and talk about because a bunch of people have left the stream besides you, Firewall, and then I just don't really have anything else in the room to talk about or unbox. You know, unlike the last one, because I had the Gandalf, which gave me a little bit more to talk about. Still cannot understand why the guns work with Marvel Legends blast effects and not Transformers ones. Yeah, that's a little confusing, but I'm not complaining as long as I've got blast effects. But then again, that's because I also collect Marvel Legends, so I have an abundance of these blast effects. So it's not an issue for me, but for those who don't collect Marvel Legends, that could be an issue for them, for those people. So I can see how that can be an issue, but for me, it's not an issue. But yeah, I definitely like Wheeljack. I'm going to transform him back into robot mode. Yeah, I definitely like this guy a lot. Very nice figure. He's nice and tight, too. Like, the vehicle mode fits together. It feels nice. Where B127, you had to get a thing and wedge it and get it out of there. Can you have any smoke effects? The Marvel Legends ones? No, I don't have the smoke effects. I'm assuming it's the smoke one where it looks like it has the... or the one where it's the smoke that goes around the laser. Yeah, I don't have any of those. I wish I did, but they always include those. They always include those blast effects with the figures that I don't give a crap about, or the ones that are just not interesting enough to care about. So it's like, I don't have any of those, but I do have a lot of other blast effects. So I'm not... Yeah, this guy actually is really tight in his vehicle mode. But anyway, I'm basically done with the live stream unboxing. Thank you all for joining on, Firewall, and Jaws Prime Reviews, and Joe and Michelle, and everyone else who's joined in. Creation Matrix, thank you all for joining in the live stream unboxing. The Ironmonger came with some. Yeah, I don't have the Ironmonger either. I do like the Ironmonger, but it's expensive. That's an expensive 2-pack. Because it also comes with that Obadiah stain. I do like Ironmonger. I just don't have the money for him. But yeah, that's basically it for this review. Unboxing. I unboxed Wheeljack. So thank you all for joining in. This has been Briximus Prime, and I'll catch you guys next time.